Hello, I'm Cynthia Venetia, and I'm happy to have with me today Isabel Wallace. Hi,
Hello.
Isabel. We're here today because we're pretty convinced you're not reading your release notes, and we have lots of things going on at Thinking Cap that we're really excited to share with you. So today, for our first episode, we're going to be talking about the registration process. Thanks so much for joining us, Isabel.
I'm glad to be here.
Can you kick us off by telling us about what inspired this change?
Certainly. So we have a number of clients using the registration process as a way to bring learners into the LMS. This change really came about the fact of if you need to limit and restrict your audience, so limit the people that can create an account through registration. It's quite a manual process usually because someone has to verify that they are someone who should have access. And that's usually a fairly manual step of looking at the registration request when it comes in and saying, looking up wherever in what other system, make sure that they are who they say they are. So yes, it was really a need to be able to allow lots and lots of registrations, but still limit it without having to have that manual intervention.
Got it. The existing process, can clients still use this?
Yes, they definitely can. So
old habits die hard.
They do. Anyone using registration settings right now, so anyone who wants to allow their learners to register to create an account, all of those settings are as they were before. Anyone using even the options to restrict and require approval, all of those options are still available as well. All we've done is we've added another option to allow you to use a code, and that code then is just an additional option. So if someone comes in with the code, then we know that they should be approved, and hence no manual approval process.
Great. The new process, some of the advantages.
Most of it's around time saving. As you probably are aware, if you try to go in and approve a new registration, that account information is something you have to actually look at, hence why we're validating that you are who you say you are. So that it takes a lot of time. You're looking at the user information, you're looking to make sure that it's consistent with your data structures and stuff, and that process takes a lot of time. It also means that you might have someone manually correcting data when it comes into, which is the other benefit, is that we can set it to automatically say everyone from this audience had these values for these fields, and therefore it's consistent, clean data coming in as well.
Great. So if we have a client who is interested in exploring switching over to the new process, what suggestions do you have for them to get started?
I would say first start with identifying your audience or audience groups. So if you have, for example, you're bringing people in from different schools, identifying the different schools would be a great first step. Ideally, from an audit perspective, you want to have a different key or different code that you're going to use for each one of these groups. And the benefit there being that you can say, therefore, they're from this school, they're this location, and so on and so forth. So that saves a lot of time. I would start with that, and then there's some instructions on the registration approval page that give you notes about, downloading a sample file to fill in with all those codes and all those details, and then uploading them.
Okay. Also sounds like a good time for me to plug our support and training department. Of course, you're welcome to give us a call, and we're happy to walk you through the process as well. Thanks so much, Isabel. This is great, very informative.
Oh, I hope.
Can we have you again?
I would love to come back. Great. And I really hope people start using this because everyone's got much better things to do than sit there and look at data and compare them, honestly.
Absolutely. Yeah. Great. Thank you very much. Thank you. See you again soon.
See you soon.